Ray here from Man City Fan Chats. Friday night, 9 o'clock. Not worth watching the footy, lads and lasses, with those Liverpool lovely chaps and chapesses at Liverpool winning. What can you do, eh? You can only laugh. What's going down, guys? What's going down? Okay, let's get it on Twitter, see if anybody wants to come and join us for a chat. Let's have a look. Wassa, why? Who cares about them? Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I turned the game off after half an hour. I was only watching because I was hoping to do some editing of this video I did, but it's not been sent to me yet. So I'm just waiting. And then I can do, let's let people know we're on live on Man City live chat. I'll give you Pep's press conference. We're going to talk a little bit about Pep's press conference. We're going to talk about City sack. What should we call them? Sausage duo. Let's quickly check if there's anything else to talk about. We signed a Japanese forward. I don't think anybody's going to be that concerned. Checking in my messages for anything else. Nope, I think that's it. Kevin Spell. Who else is online then? Japanese forward. I'm not going to say much about the Japanese forward, I suspect. Quickly, let's get people involved. Let's get Mike. See if Mike Long is around. Mike. Nope, let's not. Let's call it Bolt from. Who else should we get? Should we ask? If he's not here, we'll ask Cobby. We'll get Cobby involved, and I'm sure Bernard's already here, but we'll get a few people online, and then we'll get cracking, guys. So what's going down, guys? Anything interesting out there in Twitter land that we need to talk about? Let me know. Let's see who's around. Wow, Andy Butler. Hey, Ray. Ding, ding, ding. Phil. Well, we'll see, Phil. I didn't see the Alisson injury. I just heard about it because I switched off at 3-0. I had plenty of preparation to do for tomorrow. And I was hoping to have got this video. I'd shot this video with a West Ham YouTube channel at their ground tonight, but I was supposed to get it sent through and it hasn't arrived. Good evening, Mike. Hi, Mukund. Hope you're well. Wassa, I wanted to watch the game just so I can see how good Norwich is. The disappointing bad backline, great midfield. That striker, yeah, I mean, look, yeah, Mike, when it was 2-0, I knew the game was over. I knew it was over. Yeah, that striker, Wassa, he had the chances. You know, if he'd scored when it was 1-0 or something, they're back in the game. Look, it's one of those, Norwich, they're a bit naive. Definitely not going to say they're going to go down. I just think they're naive the way they've started. Mirgan, how you doing, mate? What we're going to talk about? I got Pep's press conference. I got a couple of pages of notes on Pep's press conference. We'll talk about City sacking Mike McLean and Clucas, I think his name is. I don't know his first name. And that's it, unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about. Don't really want to talk Liverpool. Talk about the game tomorrow. Pukki had a couple of good chances, actually, Mike. Good couple of chances. So we'll talk about, the sausage duo sacked. What says not? Is Roberts on the bench? Game's over now. They might as well. What do you do at 4-0 down? Do you bring some players on, rest your stars? Do you put your stars through a bit more to get some more experience? I just don't know. Shut up shop. If you don't shut up shop, you could get beat 8-0. I just don't know. I'm freezing, man. I think my wife's put the aircon down really low. VAR, forget VAR. Forget VAR, Andy. It's freezing, boys. I'm trying to think, do I go and put a jacket on? But I don't know where my wife's put my stuff. Yeah. Sweet is not knowing where your stuff is. Let's just tidy up a little bit. I've got a lot of stuff to do over the next few days. So might as well do a bit of tidying up. Give me some questions, guys, or do you want me to get straight into this? Do you want me to get straight into the Pepsi presser? Grant Hanley on goal. Yeah, Mike. Game it killed them. They started brightly. They really did start brightly. But that on goal, bang, it knocked the stuffing out of them pretty quick. Bernard, I gave up at half-time, mate. There's no way I could watch anymore. Especially, the only way I would watch a bit more was if my Fantasy Premier League was being updated. I don't know what's happened. Maybe their power's down because it still hasn't given me any points. And I've got Salah as captain. So I want to get my points. And I had Alisson in goal, so I'm going to lose out there. And I saw someone, was it Nepali man? He had Van Dijk and Robertson in defence and captain of Salah. So he's looking at tons of points. I mean, that Van Dijk is going to walk off with, if they keep a clean sheet, about 12 points at least. Salah's going to walk off with somewhere in the region of 7, 8, maybe 9 points. He's got an assist as well, hasn't he? So he's going to get points. So he's going to have at least 10 points, Salah. So, yeah, he's going to get a walk away with tons of points tonight. Hi, Danny 2M8. Sorry, guys, I'm going to get a drink. I need a drink. And I need a coat. So, hold the fort, Bernard. Hold the fort. Get this drink. One of my lads left a drink, so I'm going to finish that. Ooh. Phil, I see that calling to the Daily Nail. I think me and the Daily failed. If VAR had been at Liverpool won by 1 point. Nah, that paper's crap, Phil. I really don't know why Martin Samuel writes for them. Honestly, do not. Because at the end of the day, I would not even want my backside with that paper. So why does he write for them? You know, I don't read him that much anymore. Purely because one of the main reasons is he writes for that paper. Yeah, Mukundi, it was a good game until the own goal. Danny, don't drink. And to be honest, honestly, I should have just been drinking water. I cannot drink anything else but water. It's, stuff's not good for me. Was away in Manchester for a day this week and a few days last week. I think went up Tuesday night last week, came back Saturday, and I was quite really healthy. Worked hard, ran a lot, ate sensibly, drank loads of water, felt great. Come back to London and feel like crap. Do you play an instrument, Ray? Mike, well, that's a good question. Not really, Mike. Not really. I used to play the djembe a little bit. I used to play the djembe, which is like an African drum that you play between your legs. It's like made from, I think, a goat skin, and you just, tap it. Right. I don't play saxophone. No, I've not done anything in the gym, Mike. I'm gonna really struggle when next to going to the gym because, which will be probably Tuesday. I'll go in gym on Tuesday. I'll be back in Manchester Monday night. Go to gym on Tuesday, hopefully. That it's not a dabbler, but it's go. You can check it up at djembe, 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 I think, and they use it around the world now. but it's a big drum. It's like a tabla but bigger. So it's about, must be 2.5, 3 foot tall, whatever. At least a couple of feet tall, sorry. And you place it on the floor, tilt it, and you put it in between your knees. Just tilt it, and then you play it, and it's basically got 3 notes. Absolutely, Mukund. You've got to be careful what you're hitting, but it's good. Mike used to play the guitar, getting a trumpet. Djembe, that's it, Mukund, djembe. So, in fact, my kids do more music than me. My eldest, he plays the djembe, and he plays the piano. And my youngest, he plays the drums. He plays the drums, and he plays the harp. He hasn't played much this last year, but he'll get back into the harp next year. He can also play the piano. All instruments are Mike. I love the idea of my kids playing marimba, which is like a big xylophone, but so expensive, so expensive. Should we do this? Bernard, I'll give you a chance. Option. What should we start with? Should we start with the sacking of Mike McLean, or should we do Pep's press conference? Come on, guys, vote. This is a new spot. You vote for what we talk about first. We can talk about Pep's press conference, or we can talk about City sacking Mike McLean. That's good. Everybody's talking footy. I see, Dog. Hope you're well. We'll see. Okay, Pep's press conference. I made a lot of notes. So, okay, first 2 points, nice and quick. Riyad Mahrez available. Hi, Sea-Dog. Riyad Mahrez is available. Aymeric Laporte is available. I'm not in the know, but I suggested that Aymeric Laporte would be fit for this game. Just by the team that started last weekend was, to me, an indication that Otamendi started. And I said I'm not sure if Pep would take the risk if he thought Aymeric Laporte would not be fit for this game. So Aymeric Laporte and Riyad Mahrez are available. David Silva is captain, but I think you all know that already now. So David Silva is captain. And this is what Pep said. He has to be himself. He will have to think and make decisions for the team. It will not be a problem. Being a captain is easy when the locker room is full of nice guys, and he has that. The players love a lot and have fun. So, yeah, David Silva, I mean, I think a lot of people wanted it to be KDB, get it over and done with. But no one's going to begrudge. No one's going to begrudge choosing David Silva. And I think Pep said we've got 4 captains on the pitch. You know, we've got David Silva, we've got Sergio Aguero, the senior players, KDB, and Fernandinho. So the senior players. So let's move on. Let's talk about should we talk about Cancelo? Talk about Cancelo and Kyle Walker. Now, this is what Pep said about Kyle. He said, Kyle came and gave us something we didn't have. Without him, it would have been so difficult. His physicality is beyond normal, but we need competition. For Kyle, it is important to have good competition. He also said Cancelo can play left or right. So that's obviously left or right fullback. That's going to be another good option for us. On Gundogan's new contract, he said, I spoke once with him and said I'd be delighted if he stayed because he's a player that is so difficult to find in Europe in terms of personality and different positions. All I can say is thank you to him and the club for the effort to keep him with us for the next 4 years. Cancelo's English isn't good. I think he understands a little. I don't think right now he's confident. And a lot of players are like that. They're not confident. They can speak a bit of English, but they're not confident to get things right. They just, want to take a bit of time. So, it's good to hear. Obviously, David Silva's captain. Gundogan is obviously signed his contract extension. Pep by the sounds of it, didn't really do much convincing. The guy just wanted to take his time. Let's talk about Leroy Sané then, because obviously Leroy Sané is what we're thinking about a lot of the time. That's what Pep said about Leroy Sané. I never thought about him leaving. He didn't tell me he wants to leave. That's why he played all the pre-seasons and the Community Shield. Pep also said he expects him to be out for 6 or 7 months, be back in February or March. So it can, I mean, you know, let's take Pep at face value. But the thing is, C-Dog, it's going to come up. You know, in the press conference, they're going to talk about Sané. They're not going to talk about stuff to make, you know, that's going to be easy for Pep. Yeah. Yeah, that was, I forgot his name now. And begins with A, Andy or Andrew, and some Andrew James. Can't remember now. But he gives short answers. Now, so Sané, yeah, look, the questions are always going to be asked about Sané. Okay. Sané's never asked to leave. Look, we can only go on what supposition and whatever and best guess. Yeah, absolutely, C-Dog. You know, that might help to convince him to stay. Look, my opinion is still the same. If Bayern Munich had offered 150 million euros for Sané, Sané would have gone. That's my opinion. Now that's muddied the waters, this injury. Sané could just say, well, I'm not going to play for another 9 months. I might as well stick it out for another 12 months after that and leave on a free. Or he might say, look at what City had done for me in the rehabilitation process. Because this is a tough injury to come back from. It's a long time. It's a long time out injured. And you do need the support of your friends, your family, your teammates. Yeah. So that might help the bond between Sané and City. Bayern Munich might well come back in next summer looking for a cheap deal, thinking he's got a year left on his contract. Excuse me. So, yeah. I mean, I think it's an interesting situation. I can't call it now. C-Dog, City did something similar when Gundogan was seriously injured. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure they did it for Mendy. Excuse me, I'm not sure Mendy needed it. Mendy's such a happy-go-lucky, buzzy guy. I don't think he needed it. Excuse me. So let's talk about the last one. I'm coughing now. The last player on the list is Rodri. I might have to get another drink, guys. Sorry. And what he says, excuse me, I'm going to have to get a drink, guys. I'm not dying. I always thought that'd be quite funny if I died doing a live stream. I bet such is life. We've all got to go at some point. Rodri. That's what Pep said about Rodri. Mendy will not be fit. Mendy will be fit this season, Danny. Supposed to be fit in September. I'll say October. He says middle of September. I'll give him a bit of leeway and say October. Rodri. This is what Pep says. I am more and more convinced that this deal the club has done with him is one of the best deals in the last many years. He'll be an incredible holding midfielder for the Premier League for many years. Now that's massive praise from Pep. It's massive words from Pep. Huge words from Pep. To say that Rodri's going to be, this is one of the best deals ever for many years, and he's going to be one of the best holding midfielders for many years for the Premier League, not just for City. You know, and we've had people like N'Golo Kante. We've had Fernandinho. So if Pep's going to put him at that level or above, can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. See, Doug, I really hope nobody else will be injured like last. Yeah, let's just hope every team keeps their players fit as best as we can. Andy, we don't know. I mean, he said he's going to come back in September. So, you know, I think he said it's another 5 or 6 weeks. So it's just not wait to see. Yeah, see, Doug, I'll see him. I'll see it tomorrow. I'll see the Hammers play tomorrow. Be very interesting. So, we'll do the Mike McLean. We'll do the Mike McLean thing. Let's see. Okay. So Mike McLean, Nigel Lucas, they've been sacked by Man City. Some of the newspapers call them controversial radio hosts and matchday entertainers. Now, the point they're making is they made apparently racist Jackie Chan jokes as they put on Chinese accents during a podcast. And now, they only just started this podcast. I think they only had one podcast, which I didn't listen to. I listened to the warm up bit, but I never listened to the podcast. So what they were doing, mainly was Mike McLean, but Nigel Lucas was with him. They were involved with halftime entertainment on the pitch at City. They worked at City Square outside the Etihad Stadium before matches. But apparently, this is what they did. The pair broadcast skits of stereotypically racist Chinese and Spanish accents. They did a spoof interview of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, which, not having heard it, I don't have a problem with doing spoof interviews, but it's the racist Chinese and Spanish accents. Now, I've got to say, I've not heard this, okay? So I can only go on what's been reported in the press. I'm going to do that, and we can chat about it. Now, yeah, it's only a 30-minute podcast, and City apparently acted very, very quickly and give them the big boot. So apparently, while discussing City's late arrival in China for last month's pre-season, a fictitious Mr. Wong claimed the club's plane was twice cancelled because of a lack of Jackie Chan films on the flight. In the Mr. Wong persona, McLean was recorded saying, "You like Jackie Chan? Me like Jackie Chan. We no have paperwork or Jackie Chan film on plane. You need Jackie Chan film on plane." I'm assuming they did that in Chinese accent. The City Sausage postcard. It's not anything to do with the club, okay? But it's to do with they did it themselves. I think, let's be honest, there's a big podcast market out there. Some podcasts are making a lot of money, and maybe they felt that they could jump on the bandwagon with their popularity. So I mean, this is one of the papers say it would give a particular embarrassment to City, because the City Football Group is part owned by Chinese investors. They own 13%. So, and they're very, I'm not going to be stereotypical, but we hear that, this would not go down well, making fun of your part owners. And the City statement read, upon being made aware of the podcast in question, Manchester City immediately began to examine the circumstances of its creation and publication. The presenters responsible for the podcast, made independently from the club, had been engaged by Manchester City to support matchday events. A decision has been made that they will no longer be retained by the club. The club has a zero-tolerance approach to discrimination of any kind and strongly condemns behaviour of this nature. So, not good at all. Not good at all. What do you guys think? From the information out there, what do you think? I mean, I'm trying to work out how serious it is. Let's have a look. I hope it's nice. Mukun, yeah, I'm going to the game. I was there tonight filming this afternoon and early evening. Mike's given his... I'll go through Mike's team. Bravo, Zinchenko. I think Edison will start. Zinchenko, Laporte, Stones, Walker, Silva, Rodri, KDB, Sterling, Aguero, Bernardo. Sounds right. I think Edison will start. If you're going to put Aguero in instead of Gabby Jesus, then I think you've got to have Edison instead of Bravo. So I showed you my ticket yesterday, Mukund. I've got my ticket wherever I left my wallet. I'm looking for my wallet now. It's over there. But I showed you my ticket yesterday. That's good enough. So, yeah, obviously no one's got a comment about the City Sausage guys getting the big flick from City. But, yeah, as I said, I've not heard it. If you be, in this day and age, we've moved on. And you can't go around making the sort of jokes that we made as kids. What we would say 30 or 40 years ago, it just isn't accepted anymore. It just is not accepted anymore. And if they've overstepped the line, then yeah. Yeah, Mike, it sounds, if you're going to go down that, yeah, it does. I would, well, let's put it this way. I would not allow my kids to do that, to say that. I don't know, Bernard. I have not got it. I was waiting for the video because we there's two of us filming, one from the other channel, one from and me. So we did it on his equipment. And he's supposed to send me. I'm just checking if he sent me the video. I'll have to remind him because I wanted to. I said to him, if you send it me straight away, I could have got this up before we started the live stream. And that's what I'd like to do. I'm just checking. Board is empty. Well, I'm going to write to him because it's now 9:30. He sent me something at 8:30. Let me just send him a message. That would really annoy me because what it means is I want it to go out. Now, it's about time. I'm tired today. Today, I'm really tired. And I wanted this to go up before I went to bed. I was thinking to go to bed by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Go to bed and fall asleep at 11, but go to bed at 10. And have this done and dusted and finished. Now, it eats into my morning because I've got to be out of here by 8:30 in the morning. I've got to pick a car up, come back, park the car, go to the ground. A lot of things I've got to do. And I would have liked not to have to do the video or to edit it in the morning. Well, Bill, ABC, it's up to the club. Look, it's up to the club as well, Bernard, I think. If, these days, yeah. I mean, I've not heard it. So I can't pass proper judgment. I've not heard it. But from what the club has said, the club have acted very swiftly and they don't allow this kind of thing. And to be honest, it's the club. They employ them and they can sack them. It's up to them. So we just have to wait and see. It sounds dodgy these days. As I said, 20, 30, 40 years ago, definitely, this had been fine. We were all at it. We did this when we were kids. We used to do this Chinese accents and whatever, and worse and worse. Okay, but these days it's just not acceptable. So you've got to move with the times. Let's say 40 years ago, people made gay jokes. You could not get away with it now. So you've just got to move with the times. Yeah, Sea Dog, I'll be going along to the game. And I'll meet some people there. I've been speaking to some people tonight already. A mate of mine, Blackpool Blu-ray, he's arrived in London. He came about 7:30, I think. But I'd already left. So where he's staying is not far from the ground. I was over there for a few hours this evening filming. So I would have liked to have seen him, but I'll see them tomorrow. There's a few people who said they'll come up and say hi tomorrow and get on camera. So that'd be really good. Yeah, Pookie. Mike, he could score the goals, Norwich, I was watching them, and I don't think they're as bad as people say. They might not be great defensively, but give them time. Give them time, and then we'll see. But he'll score goals. He didn't look. It's his first game. He's got lots to go. He scored a load of goals. Look, 29 and 43. Look, if he can score 15, Norwich will stay up. There you go. I'll say that as well. If he scores 15 goals, Norwich will stay up. Mucken says, it can't be that one of our own players scoring for more to be done against racism. And then we have these guys associated with the club peddling such stereotypes. Yeah, look, it's not acceptable anymore. What's alleged that they've said, it's not acceptable anymore. Obviously, I suspect that podcast has disappeared. Absolutely what I said. They can create, but they can't finish. What do the West Ham fans, Andy, honestly, West Ham fans say they expect to lose. Just don't beat us too badly. They'll take 2-0 right now, and they want us to win the league and the Champions League. They certainly don't want Liverpool to win it. Certainly not. We talked about that history stuff, you know. Why? We did two videos. We did one for our channel, which is more asking them questions, and then we did one for their channel, which is more them asking me questions about history, about the club, and you know where we've come from and where we're going. Yeah, Sea-Dog, he had some chances. He just blew them. But look, you know, he came with a decent reputation. So it's just odd that he, you know, well, it's not odd. It can be natural. You can be suffering from stage fright. It's a big leap up for the guy. You know, first game at Anfield, first game in the Premier League at Anfield, away. You know, lots of nerves, lots of pressure. It's easy to make mistakes and let the pressure get to you. So have a quick look to see if there's any other news coming through. There's really, really, really not much. Yeah, you might have seen here something I forgot to include. It does look. It looks all right. See, like it looks better than it when I first went in the late 80s. It looks a lot better now. I mean, I did some videos around the club shop, and the club shop does look impressive. It's quite busy, busier than cities, but hey, just maybe it's the day that you go. See, Muckand, I think they'll be all right. I think Norwich can hold their own. Yeah, and it's just a matter of getting ahead. It's like a lot of things. If they play half decent, get ahead a goal or two, they can be all right. Stiepermann played for Klopp absolutely when he was 18, and now he's 28 years old. Your West Ham can see too much, so that's going to be their problem as well. It's always a problem for a lot of teams, conceding too many, not scoring enough. What was the other story I was going to say? Oh yeah, have you seen who's seen the Kevin De Bruyne video? That really pumped me up. You know, to say that last season is his motivation for this season. So, honestly, that video pumped me up. I'm ready. I'm ready for this season now. But yeah, it's pretty quiet. What a quiet Friday night. Oh, I pulled up an old video of Bernard. Let's have a look. What am I looking for? I'm looking forward to see if there's any information going down, any new things. But it's a very quiet Friday night. Very quiet. Yeah, Mike, they got two main players. I think they got 4 or 5 players, but the two main ones. One is Haller. Is it Haller? I can't remember his name now. The French guy who was playing at I can't remember, in Germany for Dusseldorf. I can't remember now. Yeah, Mukund, it's hard to guess what West Ham will be. Look, it's the first game of the season, yeah? 60,000 fans. The wind's going to be 44 miles, I think I read. So it's going to be very windy, okay? A lot of noise, a lot of atmosphere. First goal, vitally important, you know. And I hope we can get it. And I predicted 2-0 when I did the prediction. I said 2-0. That's it, Haller from Frankfurt, 36 million. So, yes, Sea-Dog, I think it'll be a tough old game until that first goal goes in. But, hey, we'll see. You know, City, look, last season we won, was it 30 games? Is that right? 32 games. We won. I can't believe. I have to scratch my head because I can't believe we did this. We won 32 league games last season. Get your head around that. 32 league games. Season before, I believe we won 32 league games then. It's amazing. It really, really is. Andy Carroll back at Newcastle, he'll be pants. He'll be injured. Injured and poor, my opinion. Andy Carroll. And if he can get them 6 or 7 goals, I don't expect any more. You never know. Absolutely never know. Liverpool paid, was it 35 million for Andy Carroll? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, dear. No, Mike. I don't look at the Invincibles. I don't look at that as something, honestly, I just look at winning the league. And actually, the West Ham fan I was talking to, he said it's a conversation for another day, but he would say that the Centurions was above the Invincibles. And I tend to agree. They were both great in their own way. Both great in their own way. But the Arsenal Invincibles finished, was it 90 points? Centurions, 100 points. So they could have gone the season invincible. We could have gone Centurions. We'd have won the league. So being invincible, what does it get you? Nothing extra. But being Centurions, what does it get you? We were Centurions 2 seasons ago, and we won the season by 1 point last season. We were still Premier League winners. What does it get you? It just breaks records. And let's be honest, it's nice to break a few records from time to time. Bill ABC TV, I hope so, because I'll be 76. I'll be drawing my pension, and City will still be hoovering up the trophies. Yeah, I'm not sure, Mike. What does Adrian Durham? Honestly, what does he know? But they drew 12 games. He's not denying that. You can't get away from it. Bit tired, guys. I might do an early night tonight. I might just go and lie down. Get ready for tomorrow, because it's a 6 o'clock start for me. Andy Carroll, I can't see Andy Carroll get through the season. As I said, if he can get 6, 7 goals for Newcastle, I think that's his lot. 10. If he can get to double figures, I think that's incredible. He must have stayed fit and been lucky and taken penalties and whatever for him to get to double figures. I just can't accept it's going to happen. Guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. There's not much action out there. It's tomorrow, Andy. I'll be on at 9 o'clock. There's no problem with that. The 9 o'clock show, the live stream, and I'll have some videos out during the day. No doubt. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put any previews out. Saturday tomorrow, Aguero is going to play. Bernardo on the right, Sterling on the left, Aguero down the middle. I think that will sort it out. It's a quiet night, mate. Yeah, but no, tomorrow. Let me quickly say tomorrow. I'll be going to the ground probably about 10:30, between 10:30 and 11:30, something like that. And it's going to be 12:30 start. So game will be finished at 2:30 ish. I'll do some interviews at the ground. Probably get home 4:30, and put the stuff up by 6. So that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Yeah, Wassa, but Gabby's going to get plenty of games. Yeah, 850 subs already. Fingers crossed we can break that threshold and get to 1,000, but let's not worry too much. When it'll come. If I do a good job with the channel, the numbers will come. So see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be around. Don't worry. I can't do live streams whilst I'm at the ground, but that's the next step. That's the next step, is to get those live streams at the ground. That would be so cool. But I'm glad I'm there. I'm glad it's putting the effort in. I mean, the guys from the West Ham Fan TV, they said, it's good that it's very rare that people put the effort in. They really struggle to get people to do stuff with. I have the same problem. Getting local people to do stuff with is very, very difficult. So, they really appreciated my effort to get to their ground a day before the game. It's just the way it is. It's a Spurs game. yeah, if I could find a Spurs fan on Sunday night, I'd go and meet them at their ground. I just quite like that idea of doing that. Guys, put your score predictions in the comments below. It'd be really interesting to see how you guys do with your score predictions for this season. Take it easy tonight. Don't watch any more Liverpool, and go and have a good night, guys. Good evening, and we'll see you soon. See you guys.